When I did love, when we thought it was very sweet to contract at the time for Ophelia, when we thought there was nothing neat. This fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making.
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Even so, the hand of little employment hath the daintier sense.
But age with the stealing steps had clawed me in his clutch and had shipped me into the land as if I'd never been such.
That school had a tongue in it. I could sing once. Look how many jowls into the ground. Jawbone that did the first version. It might be the pate of a politician which this ass now overreaches, one that would circumvent God, might it not?
Might, my lord.
Speak of this fellow. Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir. Oh, a pit of flavor to be made for such a guest is me.
I could think it be thine, for thou liest in it.
You lie on it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine.
I think thou liest in it, to be in it, and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest.
'Twas a quick lie, sir, 'twill away gain from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul. She's dead.
How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year. I came to it that day that our last King Hamlet overcame court and brought.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was the day young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and sent into England.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
In faith, if he be not rotten, as we have many pocky courses nowadays that will scarce hold the land in. Here's a skull now. This skull has lain in the earth 3 and 10 years.
Whose was it?
This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, King's jester.
That?
Even that.
Let me see. As for Yorick, I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorrent in my imagination it is. My gorge rings at it. Here hung those lips which I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment which were wont to put the table into a roar. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What is it?
Dost thou think Alexander looked at this fashion in the air?
E'en so, my lord.
And smelt so.
E'en so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio?
Twere to consider too curiously, to consider so.
Not a jot, as thus Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth to dust of dust is earth. Of earth we make loam, and why of that loam might we not stop a beer barrel? What's up? What's up? Here comes the king, the queen, the courtiers, and who is this they follow, and with such maimed rites? Couch me while I will mark.
What ceremony else?
A very noble youth, Mark.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we warranties. Her death was doubtful, and the great command or raise the order. She should on ground unsanctified have lodged till the last trumpet. For charitable prayers, shards, flints, and pebbles shall be thrown on her. But here she is, allowed her virgin krantz and made instruments in the bringing home of bell and burial.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We shall profane the service of the dead to sing a requiem and such rest to her as to peace parties.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel will my sister be when thou liest howling.
The fair Ophelia.
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I hope I should step in my Hamlet's wife. I felt thy broad bed to have decked. Sweet maid, cannot have strewed thy grave.
Oh, treble woe, all 10 times woe on that cursed head whose wicked deeds thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth awhile, till I have caught her in my arms once again. Now pile your dust on both the quick and the dead, till this a flat mountain you have made of it, that towers over top Ophelia, or the skyish head of blue Olympus.
Oh, to see whose grief bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded heroes. This is I, Hamlet the Dane!
Devil take thy soul!
No, pray it's not well. I pray to take thy fingers from my throat. For I am not splendid and rash, that there isn't something me dangerous which let thy wiseness fear. Hold up thy hand! Pluck them asunder! Hamlet!
Good my lord, be quiet.
I will fight with him on this theme until my eyelids no longer wag.
Listen, what theme?
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
Laertes, he is mad.
What wilt thou do? Would weep? Would fight? Would fast? Would tear thyself, drink up easily a crocodile? Do it! She's not come here to whine. To outface me with jumping into her grave? Be very quick with her. And so will I. Smear madness! Pray you, sir, what is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew and dog will have mischief.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait upon him. Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech. We shortly shall put the present matter to push. Sweet Gertrude, keep a watchful eye over your son.
Doubt truth to be a liar. Never doubt I love. So much for this. Now you shall see the other. You do remember the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord?
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Rashly and praised be rashness, for it let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves us well when our deep plots do follow, and that should teach us that there's a divinity that shapes our ends, refuse them how we will.
That is most certain.
Up from my cabin, groped I out to find them. Being so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found Horatio. Royal knavery. An exact command, no not to stay grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off.
Is it possible?
Being this been netted round with villainies ere I could make a prologue to my brains they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. Dost thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Aye, good my lord.
An honest conjuration from the king. As England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like a bone, like flourish, that he, on the view and knowing of these contents, should, no debatement further, the bearers put to sudden death, no shriving time allowed.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern go to it?
Why, man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow.
Why? What a king is this?
Does it not? Thinkest thee, stand me now upon that he that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cozenage, is it not perfect conscience to quit him with this honor? And is it not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil?
It must be shortly known to him what is the business there from England.
It will be short. The term is mine, and a man's life is no more than to say one. Tyler? I'm very sorry. Good courage. That to Laertes I forgot myself. For in the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. I'll court his favors, but sure the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace, who comes here?
Your lordship is very welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. Dost thou know this waterfly?
No, my good lord.
Thy state is the more gracious, for to suffice to know him 'tis a shot, but as I say, spacious in the possession of dirt.
Chief lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. I pray you, sir, put your bonnet to his right use, 'tis for the head.
Thank your lordship, but it's very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northern.
It is indifferent cold, my lord, indeed.
But yet, methinks 'tis very hot and sultry for my complexion.
Exceedingly, my lord, it is very sultry, as to where I cannot tell how, but my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he's laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I pray you, sir. Remember,
Nay, good, my lord, for mine ease and good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court. Laertes, believe me, an absolute gentleman full of most excellent differences of very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry, for you shall find him in the continent what parched gentleman would see.
sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you, and yet I know to divide him inventorially would dizzy the arithmetic of memory, and yet beyond respect of his quick sale.
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
The consonancy, sir. Why do we wrap this gentleman in our more rawer breath?
Sir?
Is it not possible to understand in another tongue? You will do it, sir, really.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes.
His purse is empty already. All his golden words are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, sir, yet if you did, it would not much approve me. Well, sir?
You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is?
I dare not confess that, lest that I compare with him in excellence, but indeed, to know a man well is to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon, but the imputation laid on him by them, and his meat he's unfellowed.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath laid that a dozen passes between yourself and him. He shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9. It would come to immediate trial if your lordship vouched with the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial.
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please His Majesty, 'tis the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his corpse. I will win for him, and I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame in the odd hits.
Commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours. He does well to commend it himself. There are no tongues else for his turn.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds.
Good, my lord.
It is but foolery. It is perhaps the kind of gain-giving that would trouble a woman.
If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not
No,
fit.
not a wit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, it is not to come. If it is not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. For if no man has aught of what he leaves, then what is it to leave the times?
Come, Hamlet. Come and take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong, but pardon it as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard how I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done that might your nature honor and exception roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. Was it Hamlet wrong, Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness. If it be so, then Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy.
I am satisfied in nature, to whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor, I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement make until by some elder masters of known honor. But I have a voice in precedent of peace to leave my name ungored. Thus I'll accept your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly fight. Come, give us the first.
Come, one for me.
I'll be your foil, Laertes, in mine ignorance. Your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager.
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both, but since he is bettered, we have therefore odds. Come, begin.
Come.
Come, my lord.
One.
No.
Judgment.
Hit, a very palpable hit.
Hamlet, this pearl is thine.
I shall play this bout first, set it by a while. Come on, sir.
Come again.
Another hit? What say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
Come on. The queen.
Cross is to thy fortune.
Good madam.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam.
You wipe thy face.
Hit him now.
I do not think it.
It is almost against my consciousness.
Come for the third, Laertes, you but dally. I pray you pass at me with your best violence. I'm afeard you make a wanton of me.
Say you so? How about you?
Hurt them, they are incensed!
Nay, come again.
They bleed on both sides. Promise, my lord. Promise, Laertes. Like a woodcock caught in my own spit. Osric, justice, my own treasure.
How was the queen? She faints to see them bleed.
No, the drink. The drink. Let the doors be locked! Treachery!
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain, and there's not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed, though the foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
Venom too. Then, hoping friends, I haven't hurt. Here, thou incestuous, damned, murderous skin. Drink off this poison. Is that a union here? Oh, my mother.
He is justly slain. It is poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my mother's death not upon thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven make thee free of this. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Stay, report me and my cause a right to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
Nay, nay! Is thou a man? Give me the cup! Let go! But heaven will have it. Horatio. What a wounded name. Things standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. What a warlike noise is this?
Fort fraught with conquest from Holland to the impasses of whom it brings this warlike folly.
I'm dying. I die, Horatio. The poison quit overgrows my spirit. But yet methinks the election lights on foreign broad. He has my dying voice.
The rest is silence.
Cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Why does the drum come hither?
Where is the sight?
What is it ye would see? A lot of woe or wonder? Cease your search.
This quarry cries on happy.
O proud death! What feast is towards a night eternal cell, that thou so many princes at a shot, so bloodily haste struck?
The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. The ears are senseless that should give us hearing, to tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Not from his mouth had it the ability of life to thank you. He never gave commandment for their death. But since so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polish war's end, and you from England, let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these acts came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, and casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause. And in the subshot purposes mistook, falling on the inventor's wreaths. All this can I truly do.
Let us haste to hear it. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights and memory in this kingdom, which now to serve my advantage doth invite me.
That I shall also have cause to speak. And of his mouth, his voice will draw on more. But let the same be presently performed. Even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Let 4 captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage. For he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royally, and for his passage to the soldiers' music and the rights of war speak loudly for him. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot.
was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep while she's calling a cab, and they're having a smoke, and she's taking a drag, and they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab, and he's having a smoke, and she's taking the drag, and they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest.